Um, okay, so we are live on YouTube. Can I request everyone to mute your microphones? We are going live on YouTube now, and this will be there forever in the internet. So you don't want to be speaking something that you don't want to be heard and recorded forever. So namaskar, everyone. Thank you for coming. Some people are here live on Zoom. Some people are looking at the YouTube telecast, and some people are probably looking at this telecast after the event is done. So all of you are welcome. I'm going to start with a quick introduction on what GIST's education vertical is all about. So essentially, most people know in this group what GIST is, Global Indian Scientists and Technocrats Forum. And we have multiple initiatives going on. Ahar Kranti is a big one, which is about positive nutrition in the nation and making sure that that message gets across. But there are multiple other initiatives as well, with one particularly is in agriculture, and the second is what we call education and artificial intelligence track. The idea is for the Indian diaspora and the people in India, the eminent people in India, to come together and think about what can be done to help the education system in India. There are 5 specific questions we are asking. Now, each of these questions by itself is huge, and it will take a lot more than just kind of a few talks to solve that, but at least we are making an initiative. So the 5 specific questions we are asking: that how do we ensure that our college graduates are prepared for the industry? How do we encourage the colleges to value other things than academics, like leadership, sports, and other holistic traits when they are admitting students? How do we encourage our high schoolers to consider non-traditional careers, so not just only engineering or going after certain set paths, but actually think of their career in a holistic way and contribute to the society? How do we encourage schools to add more vocational training, including coding, maker labs, or tinkering labs, as they are called, carpentry, whatever the vocational training. We don't need everyone to go to college. We need a lot of vocational information during middle school. And how do we encourage primary schools to experiment with alternative pedagogies, so that every child, like no child is left behind? Not every child learns from the blackboard, but that doesn't mean that they are not bright or they can't contribute to the society. But we need to encourage different ways at primary school. As I said, these are huge problems by itself, but there are some efforts we have started, some small efforts, right? So for example, on the how do we ensure that the college graduates are more prepared for the industry, we have started putting together, particularly on the data science track, our engineering students, we have started putting together a set of real world problems in AI with the data, with the real world problems, so that if they solve it or try to attempt those problems, they get some real world hands-on experience while in their 3rd or 4th years. I will come to the 3rd point first. How do we encourage high schoolers to consider sorry, I think I have misplaced the bullet points here. I will excuse me. How do we encourage people to think about education in a different way? And that's where some of us are making very engaging education apps, which can take the whatever information is and make it into a mobile-first, exciting and engaging format, and kind of deliver it in a very exciting way. And the 3rd bullet point is with how do we encourage everyone, not just high schoolers, to consider non-traditional careers, is where people like Indra Mani ji come in, who is an agriculturalist. I will introduce him in a second. But we need more role models from people who have not just built their careers on IT and software and a typical engineering background, right? Nothing wrong with that. A lot of very smart people are doing that, but we need more role models. We need more awareness about what traditional careers are. So today, Indra Mani ji is here to talk about careers in agriculture, the modern careers in agriculture. Agriculture, as we know, is a huge sector when it comes to obviously GDP productivity, but also the employment, right? 43% of Indian labor workforce is with agriculture as of 2019. This is huge. And they are stuck into a kind of a very subsistence set of practices which have been going on for decades. How do we modernize it? How do we provide more careers as well as modernize the whole sector to the 21st century? So Indra Mani ji is a principal scientist at ICAR, Indian Council for Agricultural Research. He's also the head of the Division of Agricultural Engineering at the PUSA Institute, which many of you know is the institute as when it comes to agriculture. He is an Agricultural Research Service 1992 batch, but that is just his nameplate. I mean, this person has he's devoted his life to research in agriculture in India. He has published about 140 papers. He has 20 PhDs that have come out, multiple MTechs, and has led multiple initiatives like the Design Innovation Center with IITs. He's also president of multiple agricultural bodies, and the resume just goes on and on. He's from Pantnagar, and he's done his MTech. So his BTech is from Pantnagar, my apologies. And his MTech and PhD are from the Indian Agricultural Institute. So without further ado, I will invite Indra Mani ji to speak for about 30 minutes. And for everyone, you will get a chance to ask questions if you are on the Zoom call live right now. You can put your questions in chat or raise your hands, and we can facilitate that process. And after the call is over, we can hang back and talk about other things also. So Indra Mani ji, please come. Would you like me to share your slides, or would you share them yourselves?
You can share, please.
Okay, so give me 1 second while you start your talk, and I will find the slides and share them.
So, thank you very much, Prafulji, and whole team. It's really a privilege to be before you and discuss my thoughts about agriculture and what are different opportunities in agriculture, and we have to prepare students from school level to understand that how agriculture is important for this country and for the world. And recent COVID taught us a very important lesson, and that was basically that, and that strengthened the MS Swaminathan's, Professor MS Swaminathan's statement that if agriculture fails, what else can succeed? And if agriculture succeed, what else can fail? So, and when first wave of COVID came, and that was end of March, and whole Rabi crop was on field, and the harvest was maximum that year, and even Kharif sowing was ever highest. And if you see that agriculture and agriculture related industry was so strong that the tractor and the machinery production in the month of May, June 20 was higher than the production in May, June 19. And our whole industry was stopped. Nothing was moving, but agriculture was moving. Agriculture machinery was moving, engineering was moving, and and this year we have invested 305, 305 million ton, and that's the great ever highest harvest by India. So I really wish and see that future of agriculture is very, very, but most important thing is agriculture at present level cannot sustain the way we are doing. Agriculture has to move to next stage, and this has to be science-led, technology-led, engineering-led agriculture, and that is my emphasis today. That what I want to say, that we have to make agriculture, science-led, and to make it science-led agriculture, it is very, very necessary that we should attract talent. We should attract committed people towards agriculture, and so that we can achieve, the mission of the country, and we can become Vishwaguru, which is, in agriculture, agriculture education, agriculture research, agriculture, extension. And let me tell you, just before joining this meeting, I was in another meeting of the institute where we were preparing a proposal to make IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, a global university. And all things are being done, and the ministry has encouraged that make some one institution, of which can lead the agriculture research in the world. So with this background, this is basically the picture which we are seeing is Indian Agriculture Research Institute library, a very, very iconic building. And when IRA was shifted from Pusa, Bihar, after aftermath of a very devastating earthquake, so this was the first building which then that has become icon. The next slide. So, my dear friends, I'll start from here that where a little bit history, and you know that lifeboat in distress, in the sense there were situations. Many of you might know that in 1943, Bengal famine was the worst, and that created the situation where we thought that from that time only the thinking went that no, agriculture has to be technology driven, some scientific inputs there. And after independence, government largely concentrated on expanding the farming. Population was growing at a much faster rate than food grain production. 1950 reaching, there was only 50 million ton food grain production, which I told that today it is 305 million ton production. And government did not have sufficient food grain, and we all know that PL40 scheme and the situation of ship to mouth was there, and there was situation when donor countries were advised it should not divert food assistance to these countries, rather do somewhere else. That was the situation, ship to mouth. Nobody was able to care. My dear friends, from there, I would like to just say that because of science-led agriculture, we were number 1 or 2 in different agricultural production scenario. Next slide. Next slide. So what action was taken? No, next one, please. This called the immense, immediate and drastic action to increase yield, and that was basically action came in the form of Green Revolution. And Green Revolution is general one that is applied to successful agriculture experiment in many developing countries, but India was one of the countries where it was most successful. And the Green Revolution is spreading over the period 1967-68 and going 77 to 78. And this was India's status from a food deficient country to one of the world's largest agriculture producing nation. So next one. So here, if you see that what is the, and as I said, that Indian agriculture is backbone of a stable economy. 53% of workforce is engaged in agriculture, but it is contributing only 14% to GDP. So this is the gap, that 53%, so both sides we have to be that this is not necessary that 53% manpower should be engaged in agriculture, but at the same time, we have to increase the GDP. So a lot of scope is there. That's why I'm saying a lot of scope there. And they are responsible, we are responsible, agriculture is responsible for 12% share in export. That also need to be increased. But one good thing is that what I want to tell you that we have world's largest national agriculture research system in the country. 102 research institutes under ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, 73 agriculture universities, there are central agricultural universities, 645 Krishi Pradhan Kendra, and they are being increased year by year. And for first-class research, teaching and extension, we have a very robust, vibrant, and dynamic infrastructure. Next one.
और एक मिनट देखो कितने रिमाइंडर भेजे हैं.
So please mute yourself. So this is Indian agriculture has been a saga of success. If you see these 3-4 persons are, very, very important one. Professor M.S. Swaminathan Sahab is here, and Professor Varghese Kurian, and then we have our gentleman from here, S.P. Kohli, Professor M.S. Swaminathan, and Norman E. Borlaug. They were, and V.S. Mathur. They were architect of Green Revolution and White Revolution in the country. And you all know that because of this contribution, Norman E. Borlaug got Nobel Peace Prize. So, and during this period, if you see, we have, since independence, we have increased 5 times in grain production, 9 times in horticulture production, 9.5 times in milk production, and 12 times in fish production. This has all become possible because of science-led agriculture, because of arduous work by our farmers, because of very, very dynamic political will and policies which are continuing even today, and things are moving ahead, and we want to take, and that's the result that we have achieved ever highest harvest during this year, that is 305 million ton of food grain. Next one. So from there I want to move to research and education system, and I will take one example of IARI, because this is the first ranking agricultural university in the country, most sought after destination by students, researchers, faculty, and all. So this journey, if you remember, my dear friends, this IARI, which is popularly known as Cosa Institute, was established in 1905 by a generous grant of a philanthropist, Mr. Henry Phipps, and whole of his life's earning of £30,000 he gave, and he just established that building that is called Naulakha building. I will show you. And then institute was then known as Agriculture Research Institute. This was called IARI, and which functioned with 5 departments initially: agricultural, botany, cattle breeding, chemistry, economics, botany, and mycology and bacteriology. These were units in the beginning, and name IRI was changed to Imperial Institute of Agriculture Research, again IARI only, 1911, and in 1999 it was renamed as Imperial Agriculture Research Institute, which continued till independence. And after independence, we gave the name Indian Agriculture Research Institute. But in between, my dear friends, on in July 1936, it was shifted from Pusa, Bihar, to this place, new place in Delhi, because of devastating earthquake in North India during that time. And now situation is that we are having, like we have IITs, IIMs. Similarly, Government of India, the present government has decided, no, there should be more IRIs. And as a result, we have IRI Assam, we have IRI Jharkhand, and I wish and hope that in future we'll have all IRIs at other places also, to make Indian agriculture the vibrant, robust, and the top one. Next one. So this is just, I kept that. This is the picture which was there in Pusa Bihar, Naulakha building. After devastation, it was shifted to Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi, the present location. Next one. So to have, what are the different dimensions in agricultural research, education, and extension? Agriculture is not just not traditional agriculture. We have to be target with these different schools. We have to have crop improvement, that means sanitation, plant breeding. Then we have to protect the plant, so school of plant protection. Then school of basic sciences, which includes plant physiology, biochemistry, microbiology, like that. Then school of natural resource management, soil science, agronomy, physics, all different, including engineering at IRI, but at ICAR level, engineering is a separate division. So, but That's all come under natural resource management. We have role of soils, social sciences, and we have a very important role of horticultural sciences. And future it will be more dominated by horticulture. So all these sciences are to be studied to make agriculture science-led. Next one. And these are the, why I've taken IARI example, because it is most comprehensive one. So if you see, and my dear friends who are at different levels, even the parents who are here, and I encourage them that please encourage your known ones and young people, young scholar, bright people to come to agriculture, because today agriculture is very promising, career oriented, and these are the areas where education is being imparted in different universities: agriculture, chemicals, economics, engineering, extension, physics, agronomy, biochemistry, environmental science, entomology, floriculture and landscaping, food science and technology, fruits and horticulture technology, genetics, microbiology, all these areas which are very comprehensive list in all different institutes and universities. These are being taught, and anyone can take career at BSc level or BTech level. Then if you are doing something from university, you can come to IRI to do the masters. Then we have multidisciplinary centers. This is necessary that agriculture production is a system, so system approach should be there. So that's why we are having multidisciplinary system. That's why and the institution like IRA has pan-India presence and two different regional stations. And in NARS, National Agriculture System, there is a very close knit discussion, interaction, and so to address local problem, state level problem, national problem, all different aspects are there, and that's how we have to. These are all different areas are there where someone can pick up career. Next one. Next one, please. So what are the we have to now think of, and that's why more and more science input is required. So we have to move towards protected cultivation. We have to
Indra Mani sir, you are muted.
okay. It was here only or from previous slides?
No. From just now, just half 30 seconds before.
Okay, no problem. Please, maybe so. So this is one that we have to move for biofortification, nutritional security. So nutritional security means at genetics and molecular tools should be used to produce the varieties which are biofortified to ensure nutritional security. We have to add value. We have to go for precision agriculture. So drone, artificial intelligence, robotics, all has to come. Then this has what integrated farming we have to think of, which was earlier because of this development. Somewhere we have forgotten. So we have to again think about integrated farming system, and there are models which you saw that we have demonstrated that from 1 hectare you can generate 3.5 lakh annually. Tissue culture and crop modeling, and all these are the new areas where either you see someone can see career, or can have a startup, or can develop own entrepreneurship or industry. All different opportunities are there. Next one. Next one. So new areas like advanced protected cultivation modules with pressurized irrigation system. You all know that if the 86.2% land holding is either small or marginal category, we can basically convert those into, if it is not possible to expand horizontally, let us go vertically. So all these solutions are there: greenhouse, soilless cultivation, hydroponics, aeroponics system with very high level of water use efficiency and productivity and quality produce. And in these cases, we expand even, so here also lot of entrepreneurship opportunities are there. Someone can start career. Next one. At a small scale, we can develop. These are the very very appropriate technologies where indigenous aeroponic and hydroponic technology with automation fertigation, small this is low cost, without any assistance. Total cost is not more than 50,000 rupees, and crop water requirement is just 4 to 6 liters per lettuce plant, and water saving is 80%. And these units are for urban horticulture, urban farming. We can have in our own balconies and our terraces. And this small model IARI has developed, and this can be, and many young people have taken this as a entrepreneurship, and they are supplying this after taking training at IARI or other different institutions. Next one. Drone is one important area where Government of India is emphasizing a lot, and drone policy has been prepared. I was a convener of that committee. The Government of India has formulated. We have submitted the report. DGCA has almost agreed, and two new committees are there, and we are thinking that by 15th of August, we will have drone policy in place, and drone in agriculture, both for pesticide and other plant protection. This medium can be used, and also for nutrient application. So on both aspects, this, so out of these different technologies, I hope that and I'm confident that drone is going to be very an important one, and will be in place very soon. And these are some pictures, other things which we have shifted, either for small crop like rice or sugar cane or maize or fruit crops. All this test and evaluation have been done, and policy is coming. BIS has also formulated standards, and as I said, that very soon we will have use of drone in agriculture in India. Next one. So another aspect is nurturing innovative ideas in agriculture sector. Just next one. So why I'm saying that Government of India is very serious that agriculture should be, and our beloved Prime Minister has given a very important call that make a, an ambience where startups can come, entrepreneurs can come, and all different means and efforts are being done. Like very recently, under National Agriculture Higher Education Project, there was a hackathon for promotion of innovation in farm mechanization, and all different areas, starting from automatic transplanter and going up to crop residue handling and storage. On all these aspects, new ideas were invited. 784 teams participated. Out of that, 25 teams were shortlisted, and a good number of 5 people were awarded for their ideas and innovation. So, and they will be mentored, monitored, and supported for developing technology. So this was one, and next one. Then ministry also did one big hackathon, my dear friends. Agri India Hackathon 2020. Large number of participants were there. All different areas were covered, which are new frontier areas in agriculture. We started from mechanized farming and allied activities, precision agriculture, and then this including all artificial intelligence, IoT, drone, supply chain, and agriculture marketing as a post-harvest, food technology, value addition, wealth to and base to wealth, and green energy. On all these aspects, Government of India through IARI did a big event, and in this also 24 innovations and resilient ideas were awarded, and those are going to be, as I said, that mentored and monitored and encouraged to come up as an entrepreneur. Not only this, under there are two big programs for development of these startups. One is Arise, and another is Upja. And under Arise and Upja, large number of projects have and ideas have been funded, and you will be happy to note that even a person who is maybe 10th class pass or 10th class fail, and they have come up with ideas, and they have been encouraged with grant in aid of up to 25 lakh rupees in Upja program and up to 5 lakh rupees in Arise program to nurture their ideas, mentoring them, helping them for, and encouraging them, linking them to market, and many of them are going to become entrepreneurs. So and engineering, so that range was very big. A person to whom I'm engaged with that program, from the beginning, and that gives me a lot of satisfaction that a person who cannot speak good English, but he has idea, and his idea was supported with the help of rupees 25 lakh. Now he has become entrepreneur. Similarly, many other people have come, and under this Upja and Arise program, a very big program is going on. That is on the, this is new thinking of our beloved Prime Minister and Ministry of Agriculture, Minister of Agriculture, Narendra Tomarji, that, create an ambience of, entrepreneurship, and generate and make employment givers, not that employment seekers. And this program in agriculture, I was talking to my friends in US, they were so happy that such kind of encouragement are not there anywhere. So that's how this is again, we have to not think, as it was mentioned by Prafulji in the beginning, we have to think afresh, we have to think new, and we have to think out of box. How to these are just, we have not to come, generate just some employment. We have to generate institutions, we have to generate industry, we have to generate an ambience which creates employment and sustain employment and make them a successful entrepreneur. So this is very good program is going on, and I encourage that even the new one is still going on, and after every 4 months, 6 months, these programs come, and whole of NARS system, research system, has been included, and mandate IITs and IIMs, and they all have joined hand in this program, and we have bracketed all these institutions to make a good entrepreneur in agriculture. So this all can be seen on IRI, ZTM BPT site. There are on IRI site, and different, even manage is there. In Hyderabad, all different institutions are working on this one, and tomorrow's agriculture will be led by these entrepreneurs, will be led by these startups, and it will be really, which was we were envisaging sometimes, should be commercial agriculture, it should be vibrant, and it should be more entrepreneurship. From sustainable agriculture, from sustaining agriculture, subsistence agriculture, we have to move towards commercial agriculture. Industrial, something like it should be treated as an industry. So that's it in the Government of India and all these institutions, and we all are trying our best. Next one. Sorry, I will go quickly now. So agriculture as a career, apart from this, I have heard that full thing, like career, what are all difference, you can take agriculture as career. I said 10 UG disciplines are presently offered in different institutions with hand-on learning through practice sessions, field experience, and that's what industry ready and factory ready students we are trying to provide, and lot many things have been included in new curricula that we call it Fifth Dean's Committee, and many recommendation at UG level has gone. so that the students should not remain only theoretical. He should be a practical. Number of scholarships are there to attract talent in agriculture, research, and education. So you know that we pursue higher education, agriculture. ICAR has different fellowship. Post-matric scholarship for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates. Matricum means scholarship for undergraduates. Apprenticeship, internship, allowances to veterinary graduates, something I have listed here. Scholarship, fellowship through All India Entrance Examination for UG, MSc, PhD, all institute scholarship at ICAR deemed to be universities are separate one. And then international fellowship of globalization of agriculture education like Subhas Chandra, Netaji Subhas, ICAR international fellowship. In this, our own students get fellowship to go abroad, and foreign students also get this fellowship to come India. And this is a very, very encouraging program. Then fellowship under India Africa Forum Summit, India Afghanistan fellowship. So large number of fellowships are, and attractions and assistance are there, my dear friends, where students should take benefit. Next one. So, and there is a lot of opportunities in government job. There are plenty of job opportunities in various central and state agricultural development departments. Recently, let me tell you, in even we take example agriculture engineering, of late 60 agricultural engineers were recruited by state of Bihar in one go. Similarly, all other states are encouraging and making sure that agriculture should. And in the government of India has has passed one order under which all state at different state district level we should have one agriculture engineer. There are different as a horticulture district horticulture officer, district agriculture officer, similarly district agriculture engineer. So all different different aspects are being brought that to encourage students to get a job of, in different areas of agriculture. Agriculture officers, agriculture development officer, horticulture development officer in the state department, soil conservation officer and soil conservation in the department in certain states. Agriculture graduates are also sought after teachers in rural and public schools. Next one. So a number of nationalized bank and private sector banks offer opening for agriculture and allied science graduates as field officers, rural development officer, agriculture and forestry officer. Present NABARD chairman is an agricultural graduate, and number of now they are occupying top positions even in these organizations. Sub opportunities also exist in seed companies, seed officers, scientists, technical officers in different organizations. Other opportunities is in areas of farm, tea garden management, land appraisal, agricultural grading, packaging, and labeling. Agro industry is one big employer, provides job to postgraduates in agriculture as scientists in sales, marketing, and as production. All different tractor industries and implement industries, food industry, they are seeking, they are giving, employment to large number of, students. So all these areas are, and a good job satisfaction is there, good salary is offered, and good promising career is there. Next one. So I thought there are several government agencies and central state level like Markfed is there, Concern is there, Mandi Board, various other state level and central level agriculture boards and organizations are there. Then various corporations are National Seed Corporation, the State Farm Corporation, Warehousing Corporation, Food Corporation. All these are coming, and there are a number of job opportunities are there. In addition, for postgraduate, one may get placement as plant quarantine, agriculture technician, agricultural consultant, agricultural statistician, and implement the regulation for food, feed, and seed fertilizer. At the international level, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, ICRISAT, ILRI, and other, CG centers are there. Number of CG centers are there, and many of have their regional offices in India, in Delhi and other places. And so international job opportunities are there. And barring that, my dear friends, you know that it is in agriculture and food, there is a lot of opportunities to go abroad and study. So all these, either for Indian students, which has been another, attraction point. Next one. So in NARS, National Agriculture Research System, as I told, this is one very attractive area. We have ICAR, Agriculture Research Service, in which we are there. The recruitment to these posts are made through ARS NET examination conducted by ASRB for scientific position and also for lecturers in SAUs. Bachelor degree holders can apply for technical positions, and from T1 to T5, a number of positions are there. And in all those 645 Krishi Vigyan Kendra, number of technical positions are there. And you know that T5, T6 salary is not less than S1 salary, scientist 1 level salary. So very good opportunities to this type. And a number of positions are advertised in different universities and different ICAR institute. Post-graduation may also seek was research associate, senior. So we are, in fact, in this category, we are not getting very many students, and there are plethora of job opportunities in as a SRF and RA, all different projects of funded by ICR, DST, DBT, and and there are number of projects from private, corporate projects, and funding is also there. So a lot of opportunities are there also. Next one. And civil services, although we do not encourage very much, but yes, from IARI, from other institutions, universities, a lot number of students. And nowadays we say that the people who are going from agriculture because they have holistic idea of rural India, of agricultural economy, and many of agricultural graduates who are in civil services, are in forest services, in allied services, are doing really very meaningful contribution. So we feel, earlier we used to see that why they should not go to civil, but also there is no harm if these people from this background go, because they have very good understanding of rural life, rural India, and which is very important for this. And you might have seen a classical change in the attitude of even civil servants and district agriculture officers and others who are coming. Even I have many of friends, and they are not just sitting with file. People who has gone from agriculture background, they are breaking their heads in field, changing the fate and a lot of farmers, and working very hard. So this is another very good opportunity for agriculture graduates. Next one. No, private sector is always there. I told that, and I have covered also, whether it is tractor industry or input industry, all different ones, and lot many opportunities are there, and career growth is also there. Next one. And entrepreneurship, as I said, entrepreneurship is a buzzword now. Agriculture graduates can become good entrepreneurs. A student-ready program introduced by ICR in the undergraduate curriculum motivates them to seek self-employment and become entrepreneurs. There's a great opportunity for startups and stand-up program in agriculture and allied sector. I have covered a lot about UPJA and our ARISE program under Rashtriya Krishi RKBY scheme, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, and that is really very successful program, and we are seeking in the next 5 years there will be a big change in entrepreneurship in agriculture. Next one. So my dear friends, I close here and with a very important statement by Professor M.S. Swaminathan. If agriculture succeeds, what else can fail? And if agriculture fails, what else can succeed in the country? So agriculture is very important, but as I said, it has to be science-led, technology-led, engineering-led, and for that we need vibrant brain, and for that it is very important that we should encourage our children, and they should not think that only engineering and medical is the career. agriculture is a big career, and it can prove, it can prove that, a give a very promising career to young boys and girls. I exhort them to come forward and take career in agriculture. Thank you very much.
Indra Mani ji, amazing talk. Thank you so much for that. I think you highlighted that, it's, as you said, like it's not this medicine and engineering, agriculture itself. Agar aapki anumati ho, to I will share the PowerPoint also with the audience. And now I will start. Thank you. And now I will start with the questions and answers. आप please, अगर आपको question पूछने हैं किसी को audience में जो भी Zoom call पर हैं, कृपया या तो chat पे डाल दें या फिर अपना हाथ raise करें, तो I can call on you. एक क्वेश्चन मैं आपसे स्टार्ट करता हूँ इंद्र मणि जी, ये जो एग्री इंडिया हैकाथॉन है, ये तो बहुत ही मतलब इट्स अ वेरी इंस्पायरिंग इनिशिएटिव. तो इज इट अ रिपीटेटिव थिंग? ये 2021 में भी होगा, 22 में
ये होगा? मतलब ये इसकी सक्सेस ये थी इतनी ज्यादा कि हमें इनकरेज किया गया. आई एम वेरी क्लोजली वर्किंग विद द मिनिस्ट्री आल्सो. दे वर वेरी हैप्पी. And I hope, I do not have commitment. I hope that it will be next year also. But beyond that, what I want to suggest that 2 programs under RKBY, that is Arise and Upja program, they are so beautiful, my dear friends, that even I was surprised. And can you give 25 lakh rupees to a person who is not even but if he is having idea. So this is one which is very important. This Upja and Arise program of both are the program of ministry, and funding is coming from RKBY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, and that is very, very important. And I encourage people, and nowadays we are getting even people who they are coming out of corporate and taking this as a career, and very, very very close mentoring, very wonderful funding is there. And even they can come multiple times. That if you have moved to some extent, then you can take again next grant also. You can take, even we are offering next grant also. That if you have done really very good and we are happy, then we say no, the next second grant is required. And young engineers, just after completing there, and they are coming from IIT, they are coming from NITs, and agriculture graduate, and not very many people. But I said range is very large. So from a 10th class to MTech, and to a person who's having who has come back from corporate career, they are also coming in this. And this is one where we are very, very sanguine to the success that will come, and very encouraging one. So I encourage that this should be, please visit our site of IARI, and connected one is JTM, Zonal Technology Management and Business Planning Unit is the Business Planning Development Unit there. And that is doing this, and I'm personally engaged. So anytime you can write, I will keep on sharing the advertisement here on this group. And even people Propulji from MIT, we got application and the proposal, and from different places we got and we evaluated, and we gave project also. So
this is fascinating.
Why I'm emphasizing on this, that this is the future for the youth, So rather than become an employee, become employer. The call given by Prime Minister, and that will be fruitful to this one. Thank you.
No, absolutely. This is just, I mean, that's the one thing that really I really caught my eye on your presentation. So I'll invite others to ask question. Shiva Ramakrishna ji, can you please unmute and kind of maybe show your video as well and ask your question? I think Prakash ji has answered some of it, but if you still have a question, please come forward. I would also request you, because you're new to the group, can you introduce yourself for 1 second, for one line, and then go ahead and ask a question. Shiva Ramakrishna ji, Shiva Ramakrishna. Okay, so while he comes, Shrikant ji, can I ask you to again unmute yourself and ask your question? Shrikant Kulkarni ji.
Yeah. India spends a lot of our foreign exchange to the tune of more than 60,000 crores in importing the edible oil. So what are the plans and to reduce this burden of the foreign exchange? So what are our plans to become self-sufficient as far as the edible oil import is concerned?
So, oil mission, you know, from some part of the time, if you remember that India is concerned about this, and oil seed production has been a major emphasis, and both pulses and oil seeds are the concern of ICAR and Government of India, and so large area has to come. Lab technology mission mode is going to be there. We are further emphasizing, and I hope that this gap will be averaged soon.
Nice. Amritanshu ji and then Ashwini ji, please.
So, good evening, sir. Indra Mani, sir, I have a query regarding a concept which is known as the neglected and underutilized species, which are clubbed as NUS. Very little attention in when I am talking in terms of Indian context, if we go through the history, has been paid, and they have majorly been ignored by the agricultural researchers, plant breeders, as well as the policy makers in the past. So what is your take as an institution and as a head of a research fraternity when we are taking nutritionally underutilized species, because they have a very important prospects as a poor man's food, and they have a very important role in advancing agricultural development beyond the green revolution, which has been reiterated time and again, and model of improving raising the yield of staple crops?
It's a very important aspect you raised, and this is not beyond the reach of attention of the government and researchers. Starting from from last 15 years, if I talk, there was a program. We had a big program that is called NATP, National Agriculture Technology Project, and under that project, this underutilized millets and other, there was a big program, big project, under which number of species were identified, and this variety and others were identified, and cultivation is started. Now, if you see that the institutions like Millet Research Institute, and others are emphasizing on this, and this both at ministry level, my all three honorable ministers and state ministers emphasize, particularly the state minister from Rajasthan, Kailash Chaudhary ji, always talk about Bajra, and even IARI is working very seriously that how to improve the shelf life of floor like of this like rancidity etc. of palm millet, and how to make a mixed one of this one. So even if you see IRI site, Backwest division had done this one, that how to improve the quality keeping of this, so that these things can become popular. So lot of emphasis is there, and I feel that the more effort should be there. But in time to come, please, you will see that this neglected one will be selected one very soon.
Okay, so yeah, so sir, in coming days, we can expect the involvement of the stakeholders, value addition, and the upgradation in the market chains for NUS also.
Of course, this connecting different stakeholders is the very important step, and this I'm telling you that all the institutions have been asked to under NARS and particular ICR, and they have been asked. A big program has been launched, and for IRI I'm the coordinator, and that is called Mera Gaon Mera Gaurav, MG, and under that let me say you a very different kind of connectivity has been envisaged and implemented, and we all, starting from director to S1 scientist, they have to form a team of 4 persons, and that those 4 persons, and that is holistic teams will be there, because I told in my talk that agriculture is a system. So in the system approach, we need agronomist or breeder, we need soil scientist, we need extension person, we need even marketing person, that social scientist, and the four persons, 4 scientist team has to adopt 5 villages. So if 20,000 this in NARS 20,000 scientists and assistant professors are there, they have to adopt 25,000 villagers in one go. And in that they have to visit. This is from last 10 years, from within the last around 2014-15, we started with the blessing of our beloved Prime Minister, that connect, and that was his Gujarat Connect, that he used to see that this Fasal Mahotsav and other things he used to do. He used to go to the villages. He said, get connected to the farmers, and now this is being implemented very successfully. And in that, we have to identify farmers. Farmers are now not this. We have to select them as a farmers. We have innovative farmers category. We have our fellow farmer, professor farmer, we call them. An institution has been asked, you identify these. They are the torch bearer, flag bearer, and we have identified them. And they come and take classes. We believe that they come and discuss with the student. So these ideas and insights we are casting from the watershed, and that watershed, the farmers field. So getting ideas is not from top to bottom, so bottom to top. We are getting ideas and insight, bring them, research it, and even a new concept was given by a committee headed by Professor M.S. Swaminathan. That was Farmers Participatory Action Research Program. So in that, you have not to do research on your university compound. Do research on the farmers field, and their participants, both scientists and farmers are participating. Participatory action research. So that has been getting a lot of emphasis. So I'm really this is not let me tell you, very, very hopeful and saying that agriculture of tomorrow will be a different agriculture in it. All stakeholders will be part of it. Having 12, 13 Padma awardee in agriculture, 6 we have produced from IARI, it's not a small thing. So they are going to be recognized. And farmers, what is important, my dear friends, is farmers and farming should get recognition. This is very, very important. That is lacking. 10 years back, and I was very much opposing this one, that if you ask someone to make a program on farmers, so what they used to do, they used to come and the farmers in pant and shirt, they used to show, remove this pant, remove this shirt, wear some torn kurta and something like that, and look like farmer. What do you mean by look like farmer? Is unless this kind of negative thinking, backward thinking, and things will not change. So this we need change. I will quote another example. If I had a professor from NARM, and that professor, he was talking to me. He was economics professor, and he wrote an article in 60s 70s, and that article title was that farmers should be strong footed, and scientists should be strong headed, and same person wrote another article in 90s, and in new this one a century, and he wrote no, things are reversed. Farmers has to be light footed, he has to move forward very fast and has to catch the things. Not only that, he also said that he has to be bright minded. So light, it's not this will not work. But another thing he said, that many times policymakers, it was in lighter vein, please don't take otherwise, but he said even these policymakers and those researchers and who sit in the AC and have something that was in a lighter vein, that had drink this and that, they need a strong food. Farmers doesn't need a strong food. So I mean to say that there is a paradigm shift, and there is need of a paradigm shift, structural changes, so that the day you start recognizing farmer with respect, the day you start, and respect will come by this one, that we have to have, make them the way Prime Minister Saab has said, double the farmers' income. Yes, that is very, very important. So all these things have to be done, and we all have to, first thing, please, there should be, mindset change, and mindset changes, do not look at farmers that is. If in IRI, culture is that if I'm sitting with any very, very important, but if farmers knocks, comes in my room, I stop my meeting with that person, I attend farmers.
Yeah.
And that is culture should be there in whole country. That farmers first, don't say it's just a nara. It's not should be just slogan. Farmer first means you stop everything, attend farmer. Then you will see that the way they have brought from 50 million ton to 305 million ton, they can take it to 610 million ton. Anything to they can take. But we have to just think in that line, and whole country has to think in that line.
Right. So thank you, Dimaji. I think we should move towards closing this meeting, at least formally. So Ashwini ji, if we can have your comment after that, I
Yeah,
would
see,
invite. So Ashwini, just
मैं
one
सभी
sec.
सभी
Ashwini,
सभी
just one sec.
पार्टिसिपेंट्स को यही सभी
एक सेकंड दीजिए मुझे प्लीज अश्विनी जी आपके कमेंट के बाद इफ येलो जी इज देयर आई वुड इनवाइट हिम टू फॉर्मली क्लोज द मीटिंग बट फॉर एवरीवन आई नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन दिस इज अ वेरी पॉपुलर टॉक सो एवरीवन आई थिंक वी विल हैंग आउट आफ्टर क्लोजिंग द मीटिंग आल्सो एंड वी कैन कंटिन्यू टॉकिंग बट वो फॉर्मली हम मीटिंग क्लोज कर देंगे अश्विनी जी प्लीज गो अहेड एंड आफ्टर दैट आई विल इनवाइट येलो जी
प्रफुल्ल जी मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को यही बताना चाहूंगा कि इस सरकार में दो बहुत अच्छे काम हुए हैं जो कि एक मनी जी ने भी बताया एक तो ये कि कोई भी डिसीजन मेकिंग या पॉलिसी मेकिंग जो हो रहा है वो पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन से हो रहा है तो रियल जो ग्राउंड वर्क जो फील्ड में होता है वहाँ से इनपुट आ रहा है चाहे आप NEP की बात कीजिए चाहे आप साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इनोवेशन की पॉलिसी की बात कीजिए चाहे और कोई भी IT पॉलिसी की बात कीजिए फील्ड से फीडबैक लिए जा रहे हैं एंड दैट टू यूजिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी दैट्स द बेस्ट पार्ट दैट इज पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन और दूसरी जो सबसे अच्छी बात हुई है कि हर सेक्टर के अंदर हैकाथॉन को ऑर्गेनाइज किया जा रहा है उसका बेसिक पर्पस यही है चाहे वो IT सेक्टर हो चाहे स्किल का सेक्टर हो चाहे एजुकेशन का सेक्टर हो चाहे साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी हो चाहे एग्रीकल्चर हो उसका बेसिक पर्पस यही है कि जो हमारा यंग जनरेशन है जो हमारे भारत में यंग युवा पीढ़ी है वो अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन अपना थॉट प्रोसेस पुटअप कर सके इन टर्म्स ऑफ मॉडल्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिजाइन इन टर्म्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग ये भारत सरकार के दो बहुत ही बढ़िया इनिशिएटिव हैं और यही हमें लगता है कि यही हमें देश को आगे ले जा सकेंगे और दूसरा मेरा जो मनीष जी से क्वेश्चन था छोटा सा कि क्या एग्रीकल्चर में आपने कोई ऐसा स्कोप रखा जहाँ पे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को भी हम काम में ला सकें और या क्या हम कोई स्किलिंग की एक्टिविटीज प्लान कर सकते हैं
मैंने कहा था अपने मित्र से कि इस पर एक अलग टॉक ही होनी चाहिए रादर उन्होंने वही टॉक प्रपोज किया था लेकिन मैंने कहा था कि पहली टॉक थोड़ा सा ब्रॉडर से हम दूसरे फोकस एरिया पे जाएंगे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का बहुत उपयोग है होने जा रहा है जब हम कहते हैं कि हम ड्रोन से यूज करेंगे तो कौन बताएगा कि कितना कहाँ अप्लाई करना है हम प्रिसीजन की बात जब करेंगे तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस वही गाइड करेगा कि किस जगह पर क्या अप्लाई करना है जब हम रोबोटिक्स की बात करेंगे या हम जब रोबोटिक्स में पर्टिकुलरली कम से कम ये जो प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन एप्लीकेशन पर तो हो ही सकता है तो वहाँ कौन गाइड करेगा कि उतना ही ऑर्गेनिक वो इनऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल डालना है जो बिल्कुल नितांत आवश्यक है तो यहाँ पर जहाँ पर हम इनपुट सेविंग करना चाहते हैं वहाँ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस ही काम करेगी और उस पर बहुत बढ़िया काम प्लान किया गया है ICAR में एक बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट जिसमें सारे एनिमल इंस्टीट्यूट फिशरीज इंस्टीट्यूट एग्रीकल्चर इंस्टीट्यूट सबको जोड़ करके किस तरीके से आर्टिफिशियल अगर वो अभी आर्टिफिशियल की हमें सपोज करिए कि हमारा एनिमल है फीमेल एनिमल है उसका हीट का पीरियड है वो कैसे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के थ्रू तुरंत जाना जाए ताकि वो मिस न हो और उस चीज को हम कैच कर सकें कैसे होगा ये सारे में इन्हीं चीजों की आवश्यकता है एक बड़ा प्रोग्राम इंडियन काउंसिल ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर रिसर्च ने बनाया है और उस पर काम चल रहा है और डिफरेंट DST और उनके ढेर सारे प्रोजेक्ट हैं जिन पर ऑलरेडी शुरुआत हो गई है एंड आई थिंक इनके जो रिजल्ट्स होंगे आगे आने वाले 2-3 साल में you will see that they will have a very very beautiful and impactful results. So ये जितने भी कटिंग एज टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं ये सभी इन एग्रीकल्चर में बहुत ही उपयोगी होने जा रहे हैं और रादर देन उनका मेजर उपयोग ही नहीं हो सकता है.
Thank you.
This is a perfect opportunity for me to shamelessly pitch the GIST Education and AI track. You please keep tuned. I mean, future weeks में you will have more such talks. But with that, let's just formally close the meeting. लेकिन meeting चलेगी और वो आपके questions answer होंगे. Please घबराइए मत. Yolo ji, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, Professor Indra Mani ji, wonderful, very good content, and it makes us think a lot in terms of how we can give this back to Bharat, being here in outside Bharat. That is one. Second one is I think when you guys come and share the things, what is happening, it just adds energy to our thinking and also channelize our energy so that how we can complement and supplement. So a little progress we are making, but last week our Professor Trilochan Mahapatra was here, and he also mentioned that we should have MOU with NGOs like GIST. So we are thinking about it, and obviously we would be knocking your doors to see what all the points that we should capture, so that one is putting the things on paper, which I'm not interested, we are not interested. We want to put something that is really implementable and that is going to add a value to a certain extent. With that, just for everyone's information, July 24th is Guru Purnima, very significant day in the lives of teachers and students. And Ahara Kranti just is planning to celebrate a nationwide event wherein Guru Vandana with Samarpan or Guru Dakshina of balanced nutrition modules to the revered teachers in Bharat. So we are trying to see whether a couple of high-level ministers and other people from India could be part of the event. You can wait for a few more days, but please do share with others about this event. We would like to have this message reach to as many teachers as possible, so that the success of the Guru Purnima is about reaching them and inspiring them.